shifting our focus to some breaking news coming in the upcoming Parliament session. We learned that the impeachment motion against Justice Yashwant Varma, who was involved in the biggest judicial scandal, will be brought. It is Union Minister Kiren Rijiju who will be speaking to all parties about this. Now, this is a huge development that has come to light. Remember, the Parliament monsoon session is just about to begin in a month's time. And amid this, we learned that the motion will be passed. Kiren Rijiju, the Union Minister, will be speaking to all parties, taking them into confidence on this. The impeachment motion against Justice Yashwant Varma will be brought soon. This is via Government of India sources. Senior Executive Editor Abhishek Kapoor is joining me live on that. Abhishek, this is a huge development. Abhishek, that has come in, the impeachment motion against Justice Yashwant Varma, the same judge who was involved in the biggest judicial scandal.
Well, yes, it's a confirmation coming in from top sources in the government that this is going to happen. There were some ifs and buts. There were some unconfirmed reports, but now we are getting to hear that a decision has been taken by the government that they would bring in an impeachment motion indeed against Justice Yashwant Varma, for which an outreach is going to be made officially by the Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiren Rijiju. He would be connecting with the opposition benches, their respective leaders in both the houses, and most likely the motion would be brought in the Rajya Sabha, and then after its passing there would be taken to the Lok Sabha. Remember, for an impeachment motion to pass, there is a special majority needed in both the houses separately, and so it's important that all the parties are taken into confidence, are on the same page. In fact, opposition has also shown its intent otherwise that they might go with the government on this to fix accountability in the higher judiciary. And so the task itself of mustering the numbers might not be very difficult, Tanisha, but still a formal outreach is going to be made by the Parliamentary Affairs Minister with the respective floor leaders of the opposition parties, and the government, of course, very keen that accountability is fixed based on the report of the judiciary itself, and then, of course, whatever process comes out. Because remember, during the impeachment of a judge of the High Court or Supreme Court, there is an investigation that has to be carried out. So it's not just the report which is already there with the government, which in a way already recommends impeachment of Justice Varma based on whatever evidence they could gather. There would be another round of investigation and inquiry, which would be part of the impeachment process, following which the motion would be put to vote. So I think this is a significant development coming in ahead of the monsoon session of Parliament, which happens to be in the month of July. Still more than a month to go, but an in-principle decision having been taken is what we are getting to learn from sources in the government.
Well, absolutely, Abhishek. One more question, Abhishek, that I wanted to know from you is that once the impeachment motion is brought against Justice Yashwant Varma, what is the procedure that will be followed after? Because we learned that Union Minister Kiren Rijiju will be getting in touch with all the parties regarding the same.
All right, so the process is, so far as impeachment of a judge is concerned, Tanisha, that if it's moved in the Rajya Sabha, at least 50 MPs should be seconding it. If it is being moved in the Lok Sabha, at least 100 MPs should be, backing it. And once the motion is admitted, then it is over. An inquiry is ordered, an investigation is ordered, which is headed by a Supreme Court judge. And once that report comes in, the Parliament takes up that report. It is tabled in the Parliament. It takes up that report. Then a voting happens, and then with a special majority in both the houses separately, it should be passed. And subsequently, of course, the judge is considered impeached, following which, of course, the judge has to go. This process would be followed in this case also, beginning the monsoon session when the government wants to bring in the motion. And as I mentioned, an outreach is already being made, and the Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiren Rijiju would be formally communicating this decision of the government to the opposition parties and ascertain the numbers. Should not be difficult, but still that process is going to be followed is what we are getting to hear.
Well, absolutely, Abhishek. That will be the most awaited story of the day. We're tracking this story very closely. Thank you very much for joining us here on the broadcast. Well, viewers, that's all that we could pack in this edition